Hope you have seen the headlines of today's newspapers, right? Anything interesting in today's newspaper? Money laundering by review of the judgment. Okay, so we'll go from page by page, right? So the front page articles we have seen this Israel and Hamas trade blame over hospital blast. So as you already know, see this is a hybrid war. This is a war of PR, right? What is war of PR? It's all about management of the news. Okay, so one side there is a infodemic, that is there is a lot of misinformation, disinformation towards the attacks. Okay, so Joe Biden, the president of USA, is more or less supporting the Israel point of view, where he claims that the attack is not responsibility of the Israel, it is done by the who, the Hamas or the Palestinian terrorist groups, etc. Whereas the Palestinian says the attack has taken place. Okay, for you the takeaway is the Prime Minister Modi has said civilian casualties in the ongoing conflict are a matter of serious concern. It doesn't matter who is being killed, as long as civilians are being killed, it is a wrong thing, right? Okay, one difference between Russia and Ukraine war and Israel and Palestine are the present issue is the Indian government stand is very clear. We have a overall stand, that is two state theory. At the same time we have a అది కొంచెం గుయ్యి అని వస్తుంది కదా disturbance. Here we believe Israel is on the right, Hamas are the terrorist group. Okay, that is one major takeaway. Okay, next. DA has increased, not at all important for you. Then we will come to the other article, that is MK Narayanan's article, the explosion of digital uncertainty. This article is about the fears of AGI. What is AGI? Artificial General Intelligence. Are there any takeaways in this article? We'll try to look at some keywords. First, keywords: non-state actors. What are non-state actors? Non-state actors. Then terrorist groups are non-state actors. Hmm. Hmm. Sorry, which are not accepted by state. Not recognized by state. Okay, then examples: Hamas is a non-state actor. Okay, any examples from India? Naxalites are non-state actors. Okay, Sumant, any examples from India, non-state actors? Khalistani separatists. ISIS. Okay, Indian specific examples. You're not getting anything. Yes, Vijay. Non-state actors. క్లాసులు వింటున్నారు కదా రోజు. Then you're supposed to know the basics. అరే, ఇంకేమున్నాయి keywords? He talks about one more keyword, that is cognitive warfare. What is cognitive warfare? You have to note down all these keywords. Now, at least you should remember what are the keywords. What is the first keyword? Non-state actors. Then we have cognitive warfare. Then we have one more keyword, that is truth decay. Apart from that, psychological warfare is one more thing. Yes or no? Recently, did we hear the term psychological warfare? Psychological warfare and a term. Have we heard any in the last 1 week? Where mental health. When the Israel state dropped pamphlets on Gaza Strip asking all the citizens to evacuate from North Gaza to South Gaza, the Hamas responded by saying, "Don't go out of your home, stay in your homes." This is a psychological warfare by the Israel. So that is a term, psychological warfare. So the traditional warfare, that is guns, terrorist attacks, that is not the only warfare. It is a psychological warfare. It is a cognitive warfare, and at the end of the day, it is about perception management. All these are called as hybrid wars. Cognitive is all about PR, right? For example, what you see, what you are shown. For example, Israel has released what the killing of the infants, the babies, the photos of the babies, and all these things. Okay, then if you are putting lot of pressure on group of civilians, that is a psychological warfare, right? So psychological warfare is what you putting a group of people under a lot of stress. Okay, do you think Ukrainian people will be sleeping happily every day? They don't know where the drone will come from, or they don't know where the bomb will be dropped. Okay, there is a lot of stress. So everything is for one objective, right? Okay, and he says this is also about misinformation and disinformation. What is misinformation and disinformation? All of you know, it's about fake news. Okay, so I'll go back and start the article again. This article is about AGI, that is artificial general intelligence. For the record, I personally believe we are still much far away from the artificial general intelligence. We are not going to what uh, reach the stage of artificial intelligence that quickly. Okay, there are multiple stages. Artificial intelligence means, you must have seen movies like Terminator, Chitti the Robo. Okay, a robot can do anything, it will understand anything, it is as good as a human being. That kind of intelligence is still not practical, but artificial intelligence is getting stronger every single day. Okay, that much we accept. Now what Mr. MK Narayanan talks about is, we are creating a technology, okay, which will not only empower the good actors, it will also empower the bad actors. Okay, it's not only about state actors, it's also about good actors and bad actors. Okay, so for example, everybody talks about artificial intelligence in the terms of automation, job loss. Okay, are you only worried about automation and job loss, or is it more? Okay, do you have a control mechanism, or do you have any regulating mechanism to control the unforeseen consequences of artificial intelligence? Yes or no? Unforeseen consequences of artificial intelligence. That means, let's imagine you are a state government, that is, you are a Indian state. You are using artificial intelligence uh, to track the movement of the enemy, to track the movement of the patterns, where weaknesses are there, where enemy can attack from, etc., etc. What will the enemy do? Enemy will also probably deploy the same artificial intelligence to identify weaknesses in your defenses. I hope you understand. Now the thing is, artificial intelligences are not foolproof as of today. Okay, so he cites the example of Hamas fooling the artificial intelligence based defense systems of Israel. Okay, Israel relied too much on artificial intelligence, that is why they failed, right? And while he projects that artificial intelligence is going to change the game forever, he also says you cannot totally rely on artificial intelligence also. Both are equally true. That is point number one. Okay, I felt this is the weakest part in this entire article. Hamas fooling Israel could have been a lot of things. It's not only about failure of artificial intelligence. Okay, now coming back to artificial intelligence. What can artificial intelligence do? Artificial intelligence can create deep fakes, we know, right? Every single day, you will be dumped with a lot of information and data that will erode the social fabric of the society, that will erode the social trust in the society. When I cannot believe what I read, hear, and see, because I don't know whether it is created by artificial intelligence or is it a real video. That is cognitive warfare. Deep fakes are a perfect example for cognitive warfare, right? I hope you understand. How will it matter? I'm paraphrasing a different example by a different person, but think about it. On May 2024, we are going for elections. Okay, just before the elections, 3 days before the major elections in the country, you will see a deep fake of, let's say, some chief minister candidate saying something. He's supposed to win. He's the most famous chief minister candidate. He's supposed to win, but a deep fake video will start roaming in the WhatsApp circles just 3 days before the elections. He's blaming Hindus, or he's blaming some particular community, SC community or Reddy community or something like that. Okay, by the time people realize that this is a deep fake, okay, what will happen? The entire mechanism has changed their mind. That people have made up their minds. They decide and they will go and vote for the opposition party won, and after 3 days you came to know that that is a deep fake. Now people will start regretting, I have elected a buffoon. Okay, we elected a buffoon. Actually the other person was more reliable. Okay, now can I go to court saying that this is not a free and fair election? What should I do with that election? Should I trust that election? Did he win the election on the basis of the last 5-year performance or the last 3 days performance? India luckily had consequently 17 general elections, right? We always had a peaceful change of the power. When I lost elections, I gave my power up very easily. I never clinged to the power, knowing very well that, I will respect the will of the people. Now, is it actually will of the people, or did somebody made the people to believe me? Right? What happened? A non-state actor or a bad actor just in 3 days had eroded the entire trust in all the system. From now on, you will never believe any video. You won't believe anything you read. You won't believe any media. Clear? What happened to the trust in that society? When there is no trust in the society, social fault lines will increase or decrease? They are going to increase exponentially. Are we ready for such kind of law and order system? Okay. After that, government of India might form a report committee. They might develop, artificial intelligence algorithms which will detect deep fakes. And then next time a similar controversy happens, okay, they will make the video go through the AI and they will tell this is a fake video, genuine video. People will have that maturity, but damage has already been done. No, you are going to live with that CM for 5 years, who is not even deserving candidate, but he won because only of the deep fakes, anger of the people. Okay, will you be happy for 5 years? No. Are we ready for such a scenario? Is it possible or is it too much? Cambridge Cambridge Analytica at least has a long-term brainwashing thing. No, this is like a spur of the moment and the last minute. See, the beauty of Cambridge Analytica is Hillary Clinton cannot go and cry that I lost only because of that. It was a catalyst. But this is outright ఓవర్ నైట్ చేంజ్ కదా. రాత్రికి రాత్రి సినిమాల్లో చూపించినట్టు ఓడిపోతున్న హీరో గెలుస్తాడు, గెలుస్తున్న విలన్ ఓడిపోతాడు. ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఓకే. Got my point? Right? So social anarchy, he uses big term, social anarchy. What is social anarchy? What is anarchy? Anarchy means chaos. It's like a chaotic situation. ఎవరికి ఏం జరుగుతుందో అర్థం కాలేదు, గుంపులో గోవింద గొడవలు. Okay, social anarchy. People are coming into the streets. Okay, I lost jobs. People are making some law and order problems. Why? Some WhatsApp forward or some other. See, simply put, I will tell you, the world never had a group of people coming together so easily. Thanks to technology like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and other things. Okay, one instant, 1 second, I can deliver one powerful message to 100 million people in one go. That was not possible earlier. And there was a time, see, Gandhi is also PR. Let's be very honest about it. Gandhi also had a very good PR management team. Ante Gandhi is about to come to Gujarat or some Andhra Pradesh village. Okay, 3 months mundu nunchi, ante 3 months before that event, people will start, hey, Gandhi is going to come, Gandhi is going to come. They will create a hype, hangama. you get the atmosphere, right? When Gandhi walks, people will feel like, background music of Anirudh. Okay, so there was some aura created. How did that hype develop? PR, right? Okay, it happened over a organic period of time. People started believing, "Arey, Gandhi is going to come. Some miracle will happen in our village." Okay, now Prime Minister Modi can tweet, and the tweet will reach some crores of people within 1 second. I hope you understand. That is the power of social media. It doesn't bother about geographical boundaries. It doesn't bother about other social boundaries. It can reach anyone. So if it is used for right reasons, it will empower people. If it is used for wrong reasons, it will also damage the people. Okay, that is where this disinfluencers. All of you understand influencers, right? Influencers are people who have lot of followers on social media. Disinfluencers. That means ఒక ఐదుగురు throughout the country, if you have five brainwashed people, okay, who are promoting hate agenda, following those 5 handles will be enough to make me reach hate for 20 crore people. How? 1 2 3 4 5. Just imagine 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, I wrote a very nicely created social media message. How I can create 1,000 messages per minute in chat GPT or something like that. Then I will throw it into chat bots, which will spread it 10,000 times. That will become a Twitter trending topic. Okay, these 5 disinfluencers who will spread the fake information. Assume everybody have 10 lakh followers. 5 into 10, 50 lakh followers. 50 lakh followers now have the disinformation. They will put it as their WhatsApp status. Assuming every 50 lakh people, at least everybody have 20 followers, 20 people who will see their status. It has reached crores of people in very less amount of time. Okay, this is all not utopian. This is actually already happening in the society. Yes or no? Social divisions are increasing everywhere. And there is a research called as PEW research, PEW research, and other research, CSDS, Lokaniti. Trust in the governments, trust in the society is very less. It is being eroded. When the trust is eroded, when you don't believe your own institutions, when you don't believe your own politicians, when you don't believe anyone, what will be the problem? I can manipulate very, very easily. All these are not even available for general public. So whatever fears I'm putting, you cannot create a deepfake that easily. It will take good amount of time, energy, missions, and all these things today, technically speaking. Okay, probably 6 months from now, there will come an app or free downloadable something online where anybody can create a deepfake very easily. When you are making deepfake videos as easily as when you are as easily as TikTok shorts or YouTube shorts right now, just think about the world. I hope you understand the problem. All these are the problems of artificial general intelligence. So hmm, again, big words. Don't worry, the world is not going to be destroyed tomorrow. He has these words. For example, digital colonization looms large, with AGA based power center being based in few specific location. Okay, digital colonization. What is colonization? All of you know. What is it? Occupying the area by force. What are we occupying right now? The digital platforms. Oh, yes or no? Especially by these mama companies. What are mama companies? Meta, Alphabet, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon. Okay, these countries together are called as mama companies. So mama companies, right? Not our Telugu mama. Okay, right? Mama companies are more or less have what? Monopoly. Yes or no? Think about this particular room. Do you use any service outside these services for your day-to-day life? You use WhatsApp, you use Insta, right? So that is Meta. You use Apple products more or less. Okay, or you use Microsoft products, either Apple or Microsoft. Okay, Alphabet products, all of us use Google, Android, There is no alternative. Amazon most of us will use. What else is there? You get my point, right? And 9 out of the 10 services we used are already controlled by very few companies. Clear? Now, enough of this discussion, right? Hmm. So the bottom line is this. You are allowing a technology which is like a genie out of the bottle. Once it is out, okay, you cannot bring it back, and unfortunately you cannot control it. Okay, it will be decentralized, it will be located in the hands of few, and anybody can own it and adapt it. Already there are so many large language models. Okay, so once you show how people how your life can be better, technology will never come back. Okay, people are already used to chat gpt. If I remove chat gpt tomorrow, people will be like fish out of water. Yes or no? There was a time where internet was a luxury. You used to connect to internet. Okay, you used to connect to internet. Now you are disconnected from internet. Yes or no? You go into a zone where there is no internet. Arey, internet nahi hai, Wi-Fi password batao, right? You feel like you're not having something, right? Like oxygen is gone. Boring phone. What will you do with your phone without internet? Think about it. I hope you understand. If you turn off your Wi-Fi and mobile net for 5 hours, what will happen? What will you do? You will lose 50 notifications. Yes or no? Messages. All life will be actually peaceful. Okay. Right. Now coming back, the problem here is we have to mix all these things. Technology, artificial intelligence, threats, everything is room. While we are happily enjoying the fruits of technology, we should also be ready for the consequences of the technology. That is what Mr. M.K. Narayanan is saying. To stop that, we have a simple solution. That is again routine world, whole of society approach. Government, tech companies, civil society, users, everybody has to come together and stop this misuse of technology. Okay. When AK-47 was uh, you know manufactured or created, okay, it is a tool to protect the country, national security and all those things. But what was AK-47 used for, or who made AK-47 popular? The terrorists, the Taliban, everybody made and it's a tool, it's a neutral thing, right? But it's a common line we use. What is the common line we use? Technology is a double-edged sword. You should be careful how you use it. Okay. But common sense is what? You don't give a knife to a 3-year-old baby, or a technology knife. You should be careful. They won't even understand. Yes or no? In the same way, AI, AGI, all these things are very, very powerful tools you are putting in the world without any fear or bother about ramifications or consequences. So we should have some kind of control or regulation over who is getting what and what should not be allowed to do. Okay, but it is a very difficult thing to control. I hope you understand. Yes. This is a article by Harshpreet Pant, right? So BRI at 10, that is Belt and Road Initiative. Some hits, so many misses. Okay, for those who are new to IR, there is a concept called as one belt one road. Earlier, that is, China had a dream to spread its tentacles wherever possible, in sea, in land, through rail, everywhere. Okay, this project was later renamed as Belt and Road Initiative. It's an infrastructure project. It's an infrastructure project according to China. What is its purpose? Its purpose is to help China export lot of goods and services and connect with so many countries and help them. And the term is what? Help them. How? By constructing something like roads, hospitals, whatever possible in the way, if possible, not guaranteed. Okay, China had a rosy dream. Okay, the thing is, right? So, how many of you know what is Marshall Plan? Right, there is a secret book called as NCRT World History. Don't tell anyone. Okay, after the class, try to read world history. There is a plan called as Marshall Plan. The purpose of the Marshall Plan was to rebuild the European countries. After Second World War, America supports the European countries so that it will be rebuilt. Okay, well, see, World War II, who participated? European countries, Russia, and all these people participated. Who came in the last? USA came as a hero in the last and dropped 2 nuclear bombs and ended the war. So USA had money, Europe was destroyed. To rebuild Europe, America gave a lot of money, in simple understanding. Okay, this is called as Marshall Plan. So just like that, when poor countries and developing countries are not having money, who is their hero? China is coming and giving money according to China. And you get my point, right? So China spent a lot of money on what? Infrastructure in other countries so that it will have good amount of reach. Okay, while China was doing all these things, it thought China from Asian country will become a global country, like China will be recognized as powerful as USA. For that, it was doing all these things. In the process, it also had an advantage by having good connectivity. If you can see the China map, రోడ్లు రైల్స్ అన్న పైనుంచి చేసుకుంటే it don't have to cross the sea. See, remember this Strait of Malacca. It is also called as Malacca dilemma of China, right? So it can bypass that. Good keywords. Okay, next, along the way, అంటే in the process, China can also do what? Spread its money. అంటే the countries which are associated with Belt and Road Initiative will also have some transactions with China. So instead of using dollar as a currency, China can use renminbi, that is Chinese currency, and China will become powerful like USA. Please understand, all these are old tricks followed by USA already. Xerox copy is done by China. Okay, so what are the purposes? To spread its infrastructure, to spread its currency, to become a global power. This is the purpose of Belt and Road Initiative. But in reality, what happened? China has spent around $400 billion. China has spent under, according to this article, China has spent around $400 billion on various projects till date. Okay, now we should not ask how much is coming back. How much is coming back to China, or what are the positive outcomes of China? Don't ask. We will only look at the positive side of the story, that China has pumped the infrastructure money. Okay, at grassroots level, BRI is a dud technically. What is dud? Diwali is coming, right? What we call as Tustapakai, right? Yes or no? It won't blast. You're supposed to make a big bang, right? But okay, silent whimper. Okay, so that is Belt and Road Initiative. Why not? According to me, there are wonderful articles. For example, in Asia Nikkei, if you look at it, Gwadar Port, that is Pakistan and China. Okay, Gwadar Port is like a dead weight to China. Okay, but in the mind of China, it has a lot of money, it can maintain that port. So that is why China is interested in the Belt and Road Initiative. So my point here is, Belt and Road Initiative attracted two things. One is dead investment for China. China pumped a lot of money, nothing is going to come back to China. Many countries refused to pay back, and also because of this, China got a bad name called as debt trap diplomacy. Okay, that means China will give money. When you are asking for money back, you are not able to give money, then China will take that infrastructure project for lease, etc., etc. This is called as debt trap diplomacy. That is one more keyword you should remember. Okay, next. Not only this, China also faces problem of ecological damage, displacement of people, labor unrest. One beautiful part about China is, China, wherever China goes, it takes Chinese. Okay, if you go to Africa, you don't hire the local labor, you always take labor from your place. So including toothbrush and tissue paper should come from China. They don't buy anything from the local manufacturers. Okay, this is China's policy. For some reason, it has been applied both in Africa, Pakistan, CPEC corridor, everywhere we have seen. That means the integration of the Chinese locals with the China is with the locals is not happening. China people will come, China engineers will come, China workers will come, they will do whatever they want to do and they will go back. What is the advantage for the domestic country? Nobody knows. They will say there is some benefit, but the actual benefit is not there for the domestic countries. Okay, because of all these things, China have a very negative PR. That is soft power has been eroded. Not only this, if you look at countries like Laos, okay, their debt to GDP ratio has increased. All these are examples of failures of Belt and Road Initiative. While China first started the Belt and Road Initiative, nobody had the money. And America had money, but nobody had the vision. Slowly, what happened? Now we are bringing in some counter arguments to Belt and Road Initiative. What are the alternatives to Belt and Road Initiative? For example, PGII. The first one is PGII. See, I have highlighted, right? B3W, that is Build Back Better World. After COVID, we have a principle called as Build Back Better World. It metamorphosed itself into PGII, that is Partnership for Global Infrastructure and Investment. B3W became what? PGII. This is G20's version of BRI. PGII is G20's version of BRI with the only addition of build up. Okay, we not only construct roads, in the process we will promote what? Gender equality, health, digital technology, energy security, etc., etc. All these are promoted by whom? The Western countries, including India. Some other countries are also members. Okay, what is the advantage? When China comes only for your land, road construction and all these things. But when India comes, sorry, when the G20 countries come, they will bring a lot of goodies also. Yes or no? I hope you understand. So PGII is pitched against which? CPEC, not CPEC. BRI overall. Okay, BRI overall. Okay, not only that, India has opposed the China-Pakistan economic corridor, and now recently we have also started India Middle East European corridor. This is also technically extension of PGII. This is also extension of PGII. Okay, India Middle East European corridor. I don't know how much you understood. The simple concept is China have a road. Now America wants to have a road of its own. Okay, China's road project name is BRI. And example wise, layman example, China's project name is BRI. The Western countries program is PGII. Is India part of both? Yes. How do we know? We are opposing CPEC, which is a part of Belt and Road Initiative technically, and we are also a part of India Middle East European corridor, which again bypasses Pakistan and other countries. No? Clear? So India is also having its own projects. Right. Now, what is the summary? The summary is Belt and Road Initiative success or a failure? Okay, it was labeled as project of the century, but according to many experts, it have a lot of issues. According to many experts, it have a lot of issues. So this is core IR question, not useful for GS paper 2. Some points you can definitely write. Okay, clear? Yes. Typical Hindu, right? Sea service, ferry between Tamil Nadu and northern Sri Lanka. So you have to remember Hindu comes from Chennai, right? It has lot of loyalty towards the Tamil affinity or the Tamil language and Sri Lankan Tamils, etc. It's a good way, it's a good thing in a way. So when you find such articles, don't think, alright, this is mind-blowingly important. That is mind-blowingly important for the Hindu, not for UPSC. Okay. One advantage here is ferry between any two countries strengthens the ties between both of those countries. And till now we only had air service. Right now we are trying to bring more tourists, etc., etc. So ferry service will help improve all those things, right? It will also not only build the relation between people to people, it will also help the government to government relations, maritime security, etc., etc. The routine stuff. When two countries talk, what will happen? Relations will improve. After a point, Hindu goes like, మెట్టు పైకి ఎక్కుతుంది, where it talks about the price of the ferry. Okay, the price of the ferry is 7,000 rupees. The air ticket is 8,000 rupees. How is it cheap for an ordinary citizen? So, and Hindu concludes by saying, it is the responsibility of the state. It is the responsibility of the state, and it puts the burden directly on Indian government. It says inherently asymmetrical bilateral relationship. Okay, that means India is a big country, Sri Lanka is a small country. So, whose responsibility is it to make the ferry prices cheap? India's responsibility. So the beauty of language is you said the same chiller most point, like you're talking about the prices of the ferry. See, valid only. I am not saying it's outrightly useless, but the beauty is they are citing the price of the ferry. They are citing the asymmetrical sizes of India and Sri Lanka relations. Then they are asking the burden that the service does not meet the fate of Toothukudi Colombo service, which closed recently. So by putting some efforts, Indian government can keep this service alive. I hope you understood the burden, right? So there is an asymmetric burden on the Indian state. Is it advantage for India or disadvantage for India? If you think about the long-term relations, probably we can argue it's a good thing for India. Why? We can send all the Sri Lankans who are in Tamil Nadu back to Sri Lanka. Yes or no? It will normalize the northern region of Sri Lanka, which is war affected. Okay, which will develop a goodwill between India and Sri Lanka. Clear? Yes. See, you cannot eliminate the culture. You cannot cut down the cultural ties, right? There will always be affinity bond between two different countries, not because they are two different countries, but they speak the same language. They have the same culture. Okay. So that is a very powerful tool. If you can earn the trust of the local community between the two countries, you are more or less safe. But if you don't earn the trust, and if you lose, and if you don't win the hearts and minds, the same tool will be used for drug smuggling, weapon smuggling, trafficking, and other headaches in the future. So it's the responsibility of the Indian government to make sure that people are happy with India and Sri Lanka relations. That is a long-term cost that India has to bear. Okay. Do we have peace of mind from Sri Lanka right now? We don't have any issues, right? Peacefully sleeping, unlike Pakistan. Sorry. Kachativu issues in the mind of politicians of Sri Lanka and Tamil Nadu. Outside Maharashtra, ask Kachativu. They will look at you. What is that new item? Vada pav? No? Nobody, right? Nobody will even know what is Kachativu. Okay? Clear? Yes. See, before UPSC, how many of you actually knew Kachativu? Oh, same, no? If I say Vada pav, Kachativu, Pani Puri, what will you have? You will say, sir, new item, Kachativu. Right? Okay. So don't confuse big things with small things. Okay. So for some reason these people gave Nobel Prize to that U hypothesis, right? From there onwards, every single day I see at least one article on this, that gender wage gap is there are a lot of problems, government should do this and all these things. I will summarize this article in very simple line. A working woman with a children will have a asymmetrical burden again. Okay, men probably will not be doing the work. The burden falls on the women because of societal expectations and family structures. Okay, you cannot change them overnight in India unless you are an IAS officer who can appoint an Aya. Okay, right? Most Indian women cannot afford that. Okay, you are making 10,000 rupees per month and Aya is 15,000. Okay, so you cannot afford, no. Okay, the problem here is what? We need somebody to take care of the children. Few weeks ago, there was an article in Hindu in this place. few months ago, probably in the same place related to the same Karnataka, there is an article called as Kusina Mane. Karnataka government launched a scheme called as Kusina Mane. It simply says crèche facilities will be provided throughout the state. Crèche facilities, that is taking care of the babies. Okay, wherever Karnataka government in villages, in every village, in every work site has established a crèche facility, female labor force participation ratio increased. Okay, so the simple argument is, if the state provides more crèche facilities, more abilities to take care of the babies, okay, more women will come into the workforce. If you are not providing proper working environment, for example, they talk about Anganwadis, but Anganwadis are working only from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Women are not coming and joining the workforce. So whatever the Nobel laureate has said, that is Claudia, right? She said there are a lot of other factors which are not allowing the women to come into the female labor force participation. One of the reasons is crèche facilities or absence of support systems. If you create more support systems to the women, okay, female labor force participation ratio will increase. See, maternity bill and all these things is for white collar employees. White collar or blue collar? For organized sector. Okay, but in unorganized sector, okay, the mestri or the employer won't give you 6 months paid leave. Show me one mestri in India who will do that. Okay, I don't know, probably they might be good people, but I'm generally speaking, unorganized sector do not have all these benefits. And as all of you know, most of the jobs done by women are unorganized sector. Okay, unless the pink collar jobs and all these things happen. So it is the responsibility of the state to create initiatives, policies where babies will be taken care by the institutions or crèche facilities for good amount of time. Let's imagine 9 to 5, hypothetically. Okay, then maybe more women will come into the market. So if you don't know what is Kusina Mane, try to go back and read the Kusina Mane article, right? So it simply says Karnataka government is pioneering in the particular aspect. Okay, and then this article have a lot of good data which is old for UPSC aspirants. For example, how much time is invested by men, how much time is invested by women, the household burden is not taken care proportionately. Care economy is something that we have discussed. Care economy, that means the female member of the family works a lot for the household, okay, taking care of elders, babies, family, etc. For the 6 hours work she does in the house, she is not paid a single rupee. Yes or no? I hope you understand. But isn't it saving money? Now imagine you are a software couple, okay, you have a 1-year-old baby, right? You will call your parents, I miss you, please come and take care of me. Okay, but why are you calling them actually? Your child needs a nanny. Okay, so for 1 year, grandparents will stay in the house and take care of the baby, right? If grandparents are not available, like for example, the US people, they will invite all their mothers, right? While when the wife is pregnant, okay, right? So if the grandparents are not available, then the burden shifts on the family. That is the father or the mother has to take work from home or leave or something, or they will join them in the day schools, crèche facilities. They have to spend 25 to 30,000 rupees every month. So how much are you saving every month by having grandparents in the house? 25 to 30,000 rupees. That is also care economy, right? That is what UPSC have asked this year. How will we move care economy into a mainstream paid economy? Okay, no, sorry, last year question. Okay, last year I think. Okay, so the concept is care economy is very underrated. That means women are working a good amount of time. She is working in the house for 6 hours. She is taking care of the entire family. Then she is going out and working for money. 6 plus 6 hours outside work, she is getting paid 10,000 rupees or 12,000 rupees. But what about the time she has invested in the house? Okay, so that is a summary of this article. I hope you understand. Why should we be bothered about all these things? The female labor force participation ratio in the country is very less. Okay, it's very less. It's coming down year after year. Economic survey few years ago supported the U hypothesis. That means more women are getting educated. That is why they are not coming into labor force participation and all these things. Apart from that, there is a genuine dearth in the market because of lack of infrastructure, lack of policy support, and lack of other kinds of mechanisms. So India should reach China. That is, in China we have 61, whereas in India somewhere between 24 to 32. Okay, so that is why the myths around women work must be dispelled. Clear? One aspect is care economy, the other aspect is lack of support to the women. Okay. So recently, Home Minister of India, Mr. Amit Shah, right? He mentioned that within 2 or 3 years, left-wing extremism will be wiped out from India. Right? What is left-wing extremism? It's synonymous to Naxalism in India, right? More or less, we use Naxalism and left-wing extremism more or less interchangeably. So left-wing extremism is against India's development. Just remember what is the term left-wing extremism. We'll come to this article. Can refer aspects of Prevention of Money Laundering Act verdict to constitutional bench if need be. So those who don't know, I told in the very beginning days of the classes, when do you call a bench as a constitutional bench? More judges. How many more? 3, 4, 2. Basic question like ABCD in UPSC. మీరు ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు? 5 members, right? So when there are at least 5 members in a bench, that bench is called as constitutional bench. Recently, have we seen any constitutional bench? For same sex marriage. For same sex marriage, how many people were there? 5 people were there, including Chief Justice of India. Should there be Chief Justice in every constitutional bench? Not necessarily. Any 5 judges of Supreme Court is considered as constitutional bench. Such benches are established only to discuss the most important constitutional cases. So government of India is discussing about increasing the age of marriage. So a committee has been appointed. The committee still needs more time to discuss, deliberate, and create a report. Just keep in mind that marriage age should be increased. The prelims questions from this area is: do we need a constitutional amendment to increase the age of marriage? To increase the age of voting? We need a constitutional amendment, huh? Or is it the discretion of the state? Just keep that in mind. Okay. This is one more powerful article. India will explore building large language models. So many India have a lot of startups, right? But most of these LLMs and the AI advancement is happening only in Western countries. Indian owned, Indian created, Indian run LLMs are very less. So can India create a chat GPT? Can't we? No, we have to. Hmm. And there is one word that I really like, that is patient capital. Amitabh Kant here talks about something called as patient capital. What is patient capital? India needs fund, mother of funds, fund of funds. Okay, we need fund of funds to create, startup ecosystem where private foreign capital along with government funds, which will support the startup ecosystem, is needed. We need to have long-term vision. This is what Amitabh Kant argues, right? Okay. So just pick up such articles, such keywords from the newspaper articles, right? Okay. Just so you remember, Foreign Contribution of Regulations Act will allow you to accept the foreign donations. Everybody has to take the permission. And India is importing some drones from USA. I think that's the end of the newspaper. For absolute beginners, there is a body called as Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, which will announce the minimum support price. Now, question is Prime Minister the head of CCEA? Who heads CCEA? No, no. One more question. Who decides MSP? Is it CCEA or government? And the Ministry of Agriculture, they will decide and these people will announce, or is it totally the decision of CCEA? Not no. When economic classes will happen and all those things, just focus on the concept called as minimum support price. Okay. You need not burden yourself with too much data right now. Just remember that government has recently announced increased the crop prices of which crops? Kharif crops or Rabi crops? Kharif or Rabi? Read this article and tell me. Okay. Right. Any homework from yesterday? Vermin. How many schedules are there in Wildlife Protection Act? 4 only. 4. Is vermin still there? Vermin is not there. Then how will we kill vermin? If there is no vermin list, how will we decide what is vermin, what is not vermin? Central government will declare, this is vermin. Any known vermins? Rats. Those threatening the only 4. Pakka. Sure. Yes. Any questions? Understood everything? Pakka. So take down a question. What is female labor force participation ratio? What is female labor force participation ratio? And what are the various hurdles? What are the various hurdles for women? What are the various hurdles for women to freely participate? Full stop. Participate in market ano ఏదైనా రాసుకోవచ్చు or labor force కూడా రాసుకోవచ్చు, but you understand the context, right? So what are the various hurdles for women, right? Ante. Think about it. That's enough. Okay, right. Thank you.